Why people are moving from New York and Australia to Finland? The answer is they just want to be happier. Why are Nordic countries like Finland, Denmark are the happiest in the world? These countries have occupied the top 3 spots in 2017, 2018 and 2019. What exactly makes Nordic citizens so exceptionally satisfied with their life? Through reviewing the existing studies, theories and data behind the World Happiness Report, we will be finding out what are the factors behind the happiness in these countries and how can your country and its citizens like you become more happier. The first factor behind their happiness is trust in other people and social cohesion. Yes, trust in other people is linked to citizen happiness. Now let's talk about social cohesion. It refers to an extent of connectedness and solidarity among groups in a society. It identifies 2 main dimensions: the sense of belonging of a community and the relationship among the members within the community itself. It also involves that can you depend on other people in tough times. Other measures of trust among people are such as whether people believe that a lost wallet will be returned or not. But wait a second, a lost wallet is nothing. People here leave their babies outside to nap in sub-zero temperatures because they trust the community. Denmark, Finland and Sweden occupy the top 3 positions in their index of social cohesion, making trust and social cohesion an explanation of Nordic happiness. Now let's talk about generosity. As the saying goes, giving back is fulfillment. 48.4% of all the people in Finland give back their money to charity in regular basis. 34% of the population volunteers their time. Second factor is the freedom to make life choices. The freedom to make life choices are known to be connected to well-being. World Values Survey data from 1981 to 2007 showed that rises in national level of sense of free choice were associated with similar rises in national level of subjective well-being. The Nordic countries constitute the leading example of successful modernization, maximizing prosperity, social solidarity and political and personal freedom. Freedom House is a US-based think tank that advocates democracy, political freedom and human rights, and Nordic countries earned a perfect score of 100 on their most recent ranking. The third factor is income inequality. These countries are also famous for low levels of income inequality. We examined data from the Gallup World Poll and the World Top Income Database and found that the more income is concentrated in the hands of few, the more likely individuals are to report lower level of life satisfaction. You can see how joy reduces as inequality rises in this graph. And in this second graph, you can see people report more negative experiences as inequality rises. In society where richest hold most amount of country's income, people were more likely to report feelings like stressed, worried or angry. Nordic countries have found out the perfect work-life balance as well. They typically spend only 37 hours over the course of 5 days working, which is less compared to the US where people spend 44 hours and India where people spend 54 hours a week. While many Americans see working late as a badge of honor and a way to get ahead of others, in Denmark it's seen as a weakness. It shows that you can't get enough things done in an allotted work time. And so what about vacations in Denmark? Full-time employees are guaranteed 5 weeks of vacation time regardless of their position or field of work. 5 weeks of vacation is undoubtedly a big plus for good mental well-being. And there is a very interesting concept called stress leave. People typically go on stress leave when things are so bad at work that it's affecting their mental health. The fourth factor is institutional quality. Quality of government is another key explanation often provided for the high life satisfaction of Nordic countries. Several studies have shown that people are more satisfied with their lives in the countries that have better institutional quality. A study examined changes in government quality in 157 countries over the years 2005 to 2012, finding that improvements in quality tend to lead to improvements in well-being. Typically, government quality has been divided into 2 dimensions: democratic quality and delivery quality. The first is about access to power, including factors such as the ability to participate in selecting the government, freedom of expression, freedom of association and political stability. The latter is about the exercise of power, including the rule of law, control of corruption and government effectiveness. Studies have found that the latter type of government quality, delivery quality, is more strongly related to citizen happiness. The first one, access to power, is also important, but exercise of power has a much larger impact on happiness. The Nordic countries tend to occupy the top spot in international comparison of government quality, which helps explain high life satisfaction in these countries. The fifth factor behind the happiness in these countries is state welfare generosity. Early analysis quantifying welfare as an aggregate measure of government welfare spending, like a percentage of GDP devoted towards public welfare programs, tended to find a link between welfare expenditure and happiness. In a longitudinal study of 18 industrial countries from 1971 to 2002, which including monitoring factors like pension, income maintenance for the ill and disabled, and unemployment benefits, finding that welfare state generosity exerts a positive and significant impact on life satisfaction. Another research paper also found that this effect of welfare state generosity is not moderated by people's income, meaning that both poor and rich individuals and households benefit from it. Denmark and Finland also provide its citizens with free education and healthcare. So the next time your country holds an election, make happiness a voting concern.